Good morning. It's time to wake up and be wealthy. It's Friday. I've got pizza pajamas on. Like, life is good. Life is good. I could also use probably like another 20 hours of sleep if that is if that is even a possibility. Um, but I'm excited that you're here because we're talking all things e-learning again, again and again and again. I will never stop. And I think I believe one day in the very near future, you're gonna thank me. You're gonna be like, man, I am so glad that she was so annoying and kept talking about it and encouraged me to build digital assets because now I'm on a beach and living my best life and so happy and making money while I sleep. And that's what I want for you. So I'm gonna keep talking about it until you're like, okay, cool, I'm in. So I'm still gonna be here. So you can either push me away or pull me in. The choice is yours. But in all seriousness, let's talk about why it's important to take this seriously. So you can continue to like do life, do business how you are. There's nothing that says that you can't do that. But I want you to challenge yourself of like being innovative, right? Like there's the huge, huge money block, especially for women, that I must work really, really, really hard to make really, really good money. Like blood, sweat, tears, prove to myself, prove to other people that it has to be hard. And I used to feel that way. I used to buy into that BS story. And I just got to a point where I was like, I don't want to live like this. Like, there has to be an easier way. Like, I love making money, but there has to be an easier way that feels good. And so that's really when I started to find the easier ways, the shortcuts, the things that I teach you. Um, and I think sometimes people mistake easy with like, oh, that means I can just like press a button and it's done. They're still building, right? Like how we talked about yesterday of like you're building out a house, but then you're not constantly in renovation. So then you can enjoy your house. So there is a building out process, just like anything. But the cool part about digital assets is a lot of the work is done up front, right? The infrastructure, the plans, the everything is more so upfront with like light maintenance after. So there's still work, but then the cool part that other business models don't have is like once we create something, we can keep making money on that over and over and over. Like one of the most highly I'm trying to think of words this morning. The I'm still waking up as well, but bear with me. Let's take a doctor for example. So a doctor makes really good money, right? But like our pediatrician, like the doctor that we go to, which I freaking love, her heart is just so pure. She's seeing patients back to back to back all day, right? Like scarfing down her lunch most days, I'm sure. And then like her nursing staff needs stuff from her. Some doctors even have to go make rounds at the hospital. So there's a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of like, okay, I need all of these things from you all day, every day that you're on. She's not creating digital assets during that time. So she's working really, really hard, still making amazing money, right? But then at the end of the day, she doesn't have a digital asset that then she could make money again on it and again and again and again. So if she spent all of that time during that day, instead of seeing patients, creating a digital asset with all of her skills and all of her knowledge, right? Then we can get that and start selling it over and over and over again without her having to continue to do that work, right? Then it just becomes about marketing. So, what we really help people do is not only what am I going to do, right? Like coming up with all the ideas. So we help you with the what, right? And then really where we spend most of our time with people is the how, right? And refining the what, right? Because I also think the what should always be refined. But most of our time we spend with people is how do I actually sell this? How do I actually deliver this, right? Like how that is the biggest block for most people. um in the beginning sometimes the what can get in like the way because you're like, I don't know what I would sell, but I'm promising you, spend a little bit of time with me and we can figure out something, right? If that's where you're stuck, don't use that as an excuse not to build an e-learning empire. And in our Moolah Club, like we literally break everything down for you, and then you can ask me questions. So we've really like systematized it to really, really help you get to what you need. So, and then from there, it really is about like figuring out what do you want in life? Like, and is your current reality going to get you there? Right. Like, so if you really wanted to travel all the time and you're in a day job where you only get 2 weeks of paid vacation, then that's not in alignment with what you want. So that already is a reason why to build an e-learning empire, right? Because an e-learning empire, all you need is a phone and or a laptop, right? Like you can still incorporate this. So like for example, I'm heading to the beach for the last half of February. I will be taking my laptop and my phone and also having a ton of fun. So it's like work and play become like best friends with each other and not like enemies where it's like they're constantly in competition. It's just like I just get to do both, right? And like live my life and like do what I need to do when I want to do it, when I need to do it, all of those things. So travel is a big reason why. If you have debt, also a big reason why. I hosted a free workshop yesterday and talked to them on there of like, imagine like all of your debt being wiped in 1 year. It's possible. Anything's possible, right? And I said, if you create an e-learning empire and said like maybe for example you have $50,000 of debt, we could build an e-learning empire that produces over 50,000 to wipe out that debt in under a year. It's possible. Like 365 days is a lot of time when you're super focused and super passionate and wanting to get a result, right? Like we can cover a lot of ground in 365 days. Like you will not be the same human 365 days from now when you have that type of energy. So paying off debt is a huge motivator. If you really want to do things as a family, like, and maybe like for you, you're a stay-at-home mom and you're like, my husband, like he pays the bills, like I stay home so I can enjoy our babies and like take care of our babies. And you're like, but we're really like, we can't do extras. That could be a motivator, right? Like where you're like, we want to go to Disney, but like that's not in the budget, or we want to like go out to dinner more as a family, but not in the budget. Like, so this could be an e-learning empire for all the extras. How exciting is that? Like, how motivating is that, right? Like, maybe for you, you want to buy a dream car or a dream home. Again, e-learning empire can be that. So the cool part about e-learning empire is it doesn't have to be your only revenue stream, because it's very self-sufficient once we build it, right? And so it doesn't take like 40 hours a week, which is really nice. So you can build it and have a day job, right? And then you can decide if you want to leave that day job. You can build it and have like one-on-one clients, like service-based clients that you take care of. You can build it and be a stay-at-home mom and then do it like in the small pockets of your time. You can do it and like be a really busy real estate agent. So there's ways to do it all. It just takes somebody really passionate and disciplined that is willing to put in the time in the beginning. Like if you're willing to do those things, an e-learning empire can be a huge revenue generator for you. And the cool part that I like to educate people on is it's the fastest wealth vehicle because you don't have to open up a brick and mortar. There's not really a lot of overhead cost in the beginning, and just more so your time. And then from there, We can take all of that extra cash and put it in the stock market, put it in real estate for it to multiply over and over and over again. But we need cash for real estate. We need cash for the stock market or other investments that you want to do. So this is a huge opportunity to really be able to get there faster, and it to be fun. And most importantly, what I love is like the impact that you create. So like we have somebody in the special needs space that is educating special needs moms, and I'm like, you're going to change the world. Like you already are changing the world. Like these moms like so need your love and your support and your knowledge, and she's creating stuff in order to be able to serve that population of people. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's so valuable and so needed. So, like, impact is a big part of it as well. Like, you can take your life experiences, your skills, your knowledge, and really change the world. Like, don't keep that to yourself. It's almost like if you're sitting at a restaurant with all of your best friends and they're all saying things that you're like, oh my gosh, I know I could help her with that. I know I could help her with that. And you just sit there and you say nothing. Like that's not a friend, right? And so it's almost just like being willing to get uncomfortable to help other people and including yourself. Like that's the cool part too, is it's a win-win. You get to change the world and accomplish all of your dreams all at the same time and it to feel fun and you get to grow. Like you're not going to be the same human. I am not the same human I was 5 years ago, let alone 6 months ago, right? Like I am constantly growing because of all of this and it feels amazing. So, I am super excited for you. I'm gonna not stop talking about this. So, like, get in, let us support you. We've got 3 main live programming options that we offer. And I told the team last night, I'm like, we are legitimately building like the coolest online school. Like that's what we are doing. Like I have been really stepping into like this is a school. This is like we are revolutionizing how people learn and earn and have fun and like just do life and it's just really really cool and very different. Um and that's I really like that because I've always been different and I'm excited for those that like take this seriously and want to be a part of it because it really is remarkable. It's changed my life and I want to give that gift to other people, including you. So uh, just let me know. Like, let's have a conversation because I really want to support you and just see you grow and thrive and your life transform. It's going to be amazing. So you just have to get out of your own way. I can't do that for you, but like get out of your own way and then come knocking on my door and say, Nellie, I'm in. Like, what do I have to do? What level is best for me, like based on where you're at, because that does make a difference and getting you the support that is just going to like skyrocket your whole entire life. Like that could be the very decision that changes everything for you. I know for me, when I started, I had like it was a very foggy vision, but it was there and I was just like, okay, I have to stay the course. I have to figure this out. I want to figure this out. I owe it to myself to figure it out. And it was a little bumpy in the beginning, but I figured it out. I got it better and better and better. And now I teach those practical strategies along with a lot of mindset work because it takes a lot of mindset work to do this, and so many other things. But uh, this is truly like a labor of love, and I really want you in here. So tell me what I have to do. Tell me what I have to do. What is the block? Like, I am here. I am sitting in my pizza pajamas. What do I have to do to get you into Wealthy Queen movement? That's it. Tell me. Tell me what it is. Like, what is the block? What's holding you back? Let's bust through it together. I want to know what's in your head and we'll figure it out together. Okay. So I love you. Make it a great day. And I will see you back next week on the show.